Welcome to IELTS Speaking. We're going to start today with some speaking tips. But before I move on, there are two things I'd like to say. First, the examiner is not trying to trick you. They're just trying to evaluate your level of English. So they're not going to use big complicated words and try and trip you up. Second, you don't always have to tell the truth. I remember doing a mock exam at one boy, and he told me how he climbed Mount Everest with his friends, and he told a really captivating story. And at the end, he said it wasn't true. But if it's going to make you speak better and more relaxed, then make up a story. It doesn't matter. So moving on to the exam, it's for academic and general. They are the same, and there are three sections. We'll discuss the sections in more depth later, the 1, 2, 3. Today we're going to look more at what the examiner is looking for and give you some general tips. So the first section that they're going to talk about is something easy. What do you do? Where do you live? What are your hobbies? The second one, they're going to give you a piece of paper, and on the paper they will have a question with some prompts. You have to answer all of those prompts. And you can prepare for 1 minute, and you must speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And then the third section, they're actually going to ask you questions related to question 2, where you maybe have to give more information, give an opinion, give a reason. So in total, the whole exam takes around 12 minutes, but let's look at the individual things that the examiners are looking for. First of all, they're looking for fluency and cohesion. What is fluency? It's how you speak. So try not to have long pauses and hesitations and go and Also try to make sure that your message is clear so the examiner understands what you're saying. And coherence is how the sentences connect. So how what you're saying flows, it has a flow to it. So you have to use linking words like, because, so, then. And also maybe the opposite like but or however. The second one that you're looking at is going to be vocabulary. In IELTS, vocabulary is key. The examiner doesn't like it when you use the same words over and over. So you have to learn to say things in a different way, and this is called paraphrasing. And you're going to use it for the writing, you're going to be looking at it for the reading, so you do need it, and even later on when you're studying and for your job, you need to be able to paraphrase. So paraphrasing is trying to say something in a different way, and get good at it. The vocabulary is really key. You must focus on vocabulary, but don't use words you don't know in the wrong way. So number 3 is your grammatical range and accuracy. When you speak and when you write, they'll be looking for this. They want to see a mix of simple, compound, and complex sentences. If your sentences are all short, simple sentences, the examiner is going to think your level of English is lower. So try and have a mix between them all, but don't have too many long, complicated sentences that maybe will lose the meaning or you won't have proper understanding. On average, I say if you're going to look for an IELTS 5 or 5.5, you want to average about 17 words in a sentence. And then finally, they're going to be looking at your pronunciation. They don't expect you to speak like a British or an American person, but what they want to do is be able to understand what you're saying. And also that you can use your voice and your body language, smile, make your voice go up and down when you're speaking, use questions like you would in your own language. When you ask a question in your own language, you know what it's a question because of the sound. And the biggest tip I can give for practicing this is really just practice, practice, practice. Record yourself. Record yourself on your phone, sit in front of the mirror and talk to yourself. But we've got a few other quick tips for you. If you don't understand the question, don't just try and answer it with anything. Ask them to say it again or repeat it. And if there's one word you don't understand, tell them, I don't understand this word. And then they'll understand that you understand the rest of the question or the rest of the sentence. Listen to the questions and don't jump into an answer without hearing the full question that you're being asked. Most of us do this a lot. We listen and we have an answer. We're busy thinking of an answer as we're listening, and then we miss a lot of the question. So listen to the question, take a deep breath in and then answer it. And if you do make a mistake, just laugh and correct it. And in the next video, we're going to talk about how to answer with more information. But for now, just get it into your head that if you're asked a yes-no question, you can't answer with just a yes or a no in IELTS. You have to give more information. All right, so join us next time for some more in-depth speaking and some practice, and we're going to look forward to seeing you there.